So hi, I'm Casey Canfield. I'm an assistant professor in engineering management and systems engineering. I've taught a couple different classes. I've basically done the mid-semester feedback every single semester since I started. It's very little effort from a faculty perspective. You basically just opt in. You check if there's any extra questions that you want to add. Then you spend 10, maybe 15 minutes of class time having students actually fill it out. So my very first semester, I was teaching this intro to management course, and students were very unhappy. And so I did the mid-semester feedback, and I actually got a lot of really great ideas for how to improve the course. So one of the main ones that I implemented was to have more quizzes. So initially the way I'd structured the course was that there was a series of 3 big exams, and there were some different homework assignments, but they didn't have any sort of like small iterative evaluations. And so they really wanted quizzes, and I was like, okay. So I started doing quizzes, and I think it was really, really helpful for just encouraging students to study a little bit at a time, rather than waiting until the exam. And as I've gone on to teach other courses, I've continued to implement that. So for example, right now I'm teaching energy and sustainability management engineering. And I've kind of continued this use of quizzes, and I've shifted it a little bit. So instead of it being about evaluation, now I kind of really focus it about reflection. So the idea is at the end of every class, there's a reflection quiz where you think about what you learned, what you're still curious about, what might be a good quiz question. So kind of like harvesting quiz questions that I might use in the future. And then I'll use those quiz questions as kind of icebreakers at the beginning of the next class. And so, yeah, so I feel like, just the simple thing using quizzes is something that I hadn't really thought that seriously about. But once I got that feedback during mid-semester feedback, I've really integrated that into my teaching and found it really useful.